Hey, I appreciate you coming and checking out my blog. You can write me at nakedmanblogging@gmail.com. You can visit my web properties. They all kind of spoke out of two websites. Woodman.com, www.wudman.com. They spoke out of www.radiofreemojo.com, radiofreemojo.com. And those all have links. I really hope you come and check out my music. I do some ambient stuff. That's what I call it. Actually, I do rock and roll and blues too, but I haven't done any production on that yet, but I'm in the process. But you go to MySpace. There's a link on the back here to the MySpace and also to the Radio Free Mojo website on MySpace. Internet's a great thing. It allows me to have what might as well call the Naked Man Show. Naked Man blogging is video. I mean, it's just something I just thought about doing, but you know what? Just did it, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of addictive. You want to know how to do it? Write me a letter. I'll give you some basics. I can wrap it up, and if anything I write up, I'll post up on a website so that it's always there for reference. And you know, if you got a question about technology, LCD screens, you know what something means in that business, I got a history. I mean, I've worked and sold a lot of things. I've been sales, you know, and I've sold, you know, from way back when stereos still had dials that spun on them and cassette tapes. Okay, I'll admit it. I actually sold an Underdash 8-track when I was younger in my early days of employment and installed it in a car. You know, I'm a diverse guy. I got a lot of adventures. I grow my own food. I like to sail. I occasionally like to get behind a powerboat and just gas it, even though I know it's just really bad for the economy and the environment, just burning gas up in a boat. You know, that's a double whammy, but we won't go there. But it's fun. We just have to do it in moderation and do something on the other side to improve if we tear down. You know, that's the problem. If we would only improve as much as we tore down, we'd at least be breaking even. But we tear down far more. But I don't want to get off on that. That's a one for a blog. You know what? Write me at nakedmanblogging@gmail.com. We'll figure something out to do with this show. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could talk about. And if it's going to be fun, we have to have a dialogue. And I appreciate that you came this far. If you can stick around, and we'll talk about all kinds of stuff. I can talk about my ugly baby story. Yeah. You know, I'm what they call Cape Verdean. And Cape Verdeans were these Portuguese that mixed with the Africans off of this island where the slave traders used to hang out. And the people there are Cape Verde Islands. And a lot of those people immigrated to the United States in the early part of the 20th century. I guess it would be the 19th century. Came through Cape Cod, around Cape Cod, Massachusetts, New Bedford, Onset, you know, Hyannis, Harwich, and then up in Connecticut, Waterbury. There was a lot of immigration. Not all the immigrants came through Ellis Island. A lot of them came up through Connecticut as well. Well, in any case, there's a strong community on Cape Cod, these Cape Verdeans, and that's where I was born. Now, the Portuguese, African Cape Verdeans come in all shades and colors. They can be very, very black, but they tend to have very straight, slick hair, almost like a Mexican, what we consider a Mexican style hair, really straight hair, and then if it grows out, it grows curly. You would think that they might, like I said, but they're Portuguese African as opposed to Spanish Indian or Spanish Mestizo. But in any case, these Cape Verdeans can also be kind of what we in the black community would call high yellow, which means basically almost more whiter. And so my Nana Pina, she was pretty fair-skinned, and my mom's pretty fair-skinned as well. So you can, my mom is really fair-skinned, very pretty lady, yes, my mother. But in any case, when I was born, I'm in this hospital in Cape Cod, and I'm sitting there, I guess, in the cribs with all the other babies, and all the people are lined up in the windows looking at all the pretty babies. And my grandmother goes in there and goes like, she's looking at all the babies wondering which one's her grandson, because of course her daughter's pretty light. And no matter that her her son-in-law is not light at all, she's expecting, I guess, one of these little, you know, Caucasian-looking Portuguese babies to be laid out there. And she looks over and she sees this one little dark brown baby as compared to the rest of them with like 3 inches of hair slicked out all over the place and big furry eyebrows that kind of meet in the center, kind of just like a hedge. And also as big as a balloon, because I was like 9 pounds 6 ounces. And she was overheard saying something like, "Oh my God, what a ugly baby. It's those poor people," you know, and she said, "It looks like a little gorilla." And somebody tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Hey, Nika, that's your grandson." She was like, "Oh my God." Hey, appreciate you listening. We'll follow up with this with a blog in a few days. The deck, we're still on red alert here on the Starship SSS Naked Man blogging, hence the red light. Well, it probably had a little bit to do with that was the easiest light to get to, and I thought it kind of had a cool effect on it. And I tried the blue light, it wasn't as cool. But in any case, have a great day, and if you want to write, please do. Let's have a dialogue, let's make this fun. If you come here, I'll try to just keep our brains open to ideas and discussions, and then maybe occasionally I will lose my mind. But that's the package. Peace. I'm out of here.